Hey strummers, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play Throw Your Arms Around Me by Hunters and Collectors. It's fairly simple, but I'm going to show you the way that I would do it if it was just me playing and someone else was singing, or I do the singing. Plus I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can play this song when you're jamming with other people around the campfire. Alright, that way you can be seen and heard, which is quite the opposite of what we were told as kids. Alright, let's go. Okay, Throw Your Arms Around Me is a great Aussie classic. It's basically an anthem here, and you'll be surprised to know it's only 3 chords. Very simple, and it's very beginner friendly, no matter which way we look at it. Okay, so we're going to start off with an E major shape, right? Your open E major chord. So I'm going to suggest fingering it in a different way. So instead of the traditional 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get you to put your middle finger on string 3 at fret 1. Your ring finger, your third finger, is on string 5 at fret 2, and your pinky goes directly underneath that finger on string 4 at fret 2. Right? And you got to strum all 6 strings for that. Okay, so what I want you to do, because you can play this song with bar chords, but I understand bar chords can be a bit of a challenge, and the way I'm going to show you is the way I think Mark Seymour actually plays it. Don't quote me, alright, but I have a feeling it's the way he does it. Alright, so fingers in position there, and all you're going to do is just take note of where your middle finger is, or your second finger there, on what fret, because we're going to keep this shape and just move it up and down the fretboard. Alright, so there's our first shape, our E. We're going to take this shape and move it all the way up, keeping the same shape as you go, and stop when your second finger is on fret number 6 there. Alright, so your fingers should be on 6th and 7th frets there. Alright, and you just got to play the shape, strumming all 6 strings. Alright, and that's going to give you like the A chord. Alright, so we got the E, and then slide it up to the 6th fret there with your second finger, and that's our A. Alright, so there's 2 out of 3 chords. The third chord, all we're going to do is take it from this position and slide it up another 2 frets towards the guitar body. So up to the 8th fret, so your second finger's on the 8th fret, the other 2 fingers are on the 9th fret, and again you got to strum all 6 strings. Right, and now we'll get our B chord. So it's just 3 chords, E, A and B for this song. Alright, now to get you going, especially if you're not used to moving around up and down the neck, is we're just going to keep things really simple to begin with, just until your hands get used to where they've got to go. Alright, so we're going to start with the E, and we're going to count it like strum it on beat 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slide it up to our second position there, starting on the 6th fret, and strum it again on beat 1. So it wants to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up again, 3, 4. Alright, so what you don't want to do is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have those stops and starts. You don't want to practice like that, because you will train yourself to hear it like that. We want nice smooth transitions. So when you're playing the E chord and moving to the A shape up here, don't be afraid to move early, just to get going, alright? So when we add the full strum pattern in, that's a different story, but for now, we just want to get to the point where you can strum on beat 1, alright, for each chord. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, up to the 10th. Alright, so we got E, A, E, B. Alright, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to E, up to the 8th fret, and for the B, 3, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's basically our verse section there. So when that is getting smooth for you, All right, you don't need to rush this. Then we're going to add a strum on every beat. All right, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and you got to build it up just like that. Now, I understand if you, especially if you're adult beginner here on the Gold Coast, it's going to take a little bit to get that. So don't be afraid just to drop the tempo back down, right, and count a little bit slower. But count out loud. It really, really does help. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Keep that going for a bit. 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. E, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's your basic verse getting underway there. And like the way I teach this is not to overwhelm you from the start, because if I said, okay, here's the strumming pattern, here's the chords, go for it, that's going to cause a lot of stress, overwhelm, especially in a beginner's mind, because you just don't have those connections between your brain and your hands to where to put it on the fretboard and what to do over this side. All right, so I bring everybody in at an entry level, or where they're comfortable with, and then build it up in layers over off that. Don't bring them in on an entry level and then the next step is way up here, full strumming pattern. All right, that just causes so much overwhelm, so much stress, and people get disheartened by that really, really quickly. Next part we got to do is obviously the strum pattern. All right, and the strum pattern we're going to look at is a down, down, up, up, down, up. All right, so you may want to say that out loud. So like down, down, up, up, down, up. All right, just to get the rhythm going, get your hand moving in the right direction. All right, here we go. We're going to run it through E, A, E, B. All right, just as we did in the previous section. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. All right, and we're just keeping it, again, we're not at full tempo. It's not a fast song, this one, but we're not at full tempo, just so we can get all the chords and movements comfortable and all the strumming motions comfortable and easy for you. Right, and the good thing is when you start it slow, right, and build it up, you'll find that the more your skills grow, the more confident you become with that, the speed takes care of itself. And when I say speed, I mean getting it up to the full tempo. It's not about playing it any faster than it needs to be. No, I don't mean speed by that. I mean tempo. Right, and you'll find once you do this several times, it'll start getting easier, and then start getting easier and easier. All right, but at first it's probably going to be a little bit out there. All right, so let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 down, down. All right. So you may be thinking right here, right now, okay, well, why would I change the E chord around to fingers 2, 3, and 4 when like the open chord is 1, 2, 3? All right, good question. All right, there's method in it behind the madness. Okay, so I've got fingers 2 and 3, 4 because like if I'm not good at bar chords right now, this has helped preparing me for a bar chord because like E, I just play that like that, and I can just keep these fingers moving along the strings until I get up to the right fret there. Well, it doesn't matter what bar chord it is, but for this song, A. And like then, once I can start getting comfortable with this, I can start adding the first finger in barred across, right? We're not talking bar chords here, but I'm just saying that's the reason why I teach it like that. Because when you move your bar chords, like if you were playing bar chords, like traditional bar chord shape, and then change it back to the E, to traditional way, you'll find that your fingers got to move around, get off those strings, and that can cause confusion. This way, we're just moving it straight up and down the strings. All right, one thing I want to add, and this is a common thing I get from beginners quite often, is what about the squeaks in it? My partner's saying it shouldn't be there. I used to hear that all the time growing up. My parents were the same. It was just, oh, that's I don't hear that in the music, because they can't hear it correctly. If you go and listen to any acoustic guitar player, Tommy Emmanuel, anybody, you'll hear those squeaks on the string. So you might like that. Right, that's all part of it. That's a beautiful quality of the acoustic guitar. When you first start out, the transition is a bit slow, so you're going to hear it a little bit more. But hey, it's an inherent part of the acoustic guitar. And look, I always said, hey, here's the guitar, you try it. All right. I don't mean that in a facetious way or anything, but like sometimes it's just all part of learning, okay? And when the things that we got to go through, and you'll find you'll have those squeaks there, but they'll get covered up a little bit more the faster you get between it. All right, so that's really all you need to know for that song. There's a couple of just different ways of the way he structures it. So it goes, I'm trying to think of the words, it's in the verse. Instead of going back to the E, it'll just go up to the B and do that a couple of times. But if you grab a chord chart for this, you'll find that it'll show you where you got to do and the right chords you got to play in the right order. All right, let's move on. Okay, so say you've learned the original way to play that, and you're out camping with a group of friends, family, whoever it may be. You're at a party doing the same thing, and there's other guitars there. All right, good chances are that the other guitar players are just going to play the part that you know. All right, I want to take this a couple of levels further for you. All right, when everybody plays the same chords, same chord shapes, exactly everything the same, it just sounds like one loud guitar. All right, and that's okay, but you don't get your voice heard. And when I say voice, what you're playing here. All right, so what I suggest is learning different ways to how to play every song that you've got. All right, and we can do this with a capo. So on capo 4, capo on the 4th fret there, we can play the C shape, open C chord shape there, and that will get us our E. All right, then we go to the F, and that will get us our A chord. And then the G is our B chord, yeah. All right, so you can do exactly the same thing, but it's going to give it a little different quality to it. Okay, so that is equally as good, and when you're playing with the other guitar who's doing the way we showed you, it sounds like two guitars, and you get to be seen and heard. All right, remember as kids, we got told children should be seen and not heard. Well, unfortunately for the majority of adults that I teach, that is still prevalent in their lives. All right, so sometimes 50, 40, 60 years later, it's still prevalent. And like, this just gets you out of that unless you be part of the musical conversation. All right, so to get this, if these chords aren't natural for you, you can just go through the steps that we learned in the last one, where you start out on a single strum, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then add the steps up from that. So you've got your single strum, then your strum on every beat, and then obviously you add the strumming pattern after that. Okay, and that's a great way to be part of the jam and everybody can hear you playing. So the second way we can add a different voice for you at a campfire jam is to put the capo on fret 2. Right? There's other ways to do it, but these two very easier ways that just involve open chords. All right, so we got a D shape this time, our traditional open D chord. Right? And then we're going to go to the G shape or G chord. Right? And then the A shape will round out for our B. So we got the D shape, that's our E chord. We got our G shape, that's our A chord. And then our A shape equals our B chord. Alright, again, just follow the steps previously if you need to build this up. But with the strumming pattern, it sounds. Such a great song to play with 3 easy chords and a couple of different positions. There is no reason why you can't get in and have fun at the campfire jam and sounding like more than just one loud guitar. Okay, if you found value out of this and you want to learn more campfire style guitars and so you can have fun jamming with friends, either at camping, parties, sing-alongs, whatever, and you live in the Gold Coast area, hey, check out this link. It's a free introductory session. You can come into the studio and we'll have a chat to see if I can help you move forward further. But either way, I'm going to get you to play a song and hey, there's no obligation. We'll see how it goes, but I look forward to seeing you there. Just click this link below and schedule your free introductory session. All right, I'll see you in the next one.